We've helped thousands of people and uncovered many romance scams. We have verified many people's identities and are excited to present you with this shocking episode. Welcome to Scamfish, presented by Social Catfish.com. Today we take a trip to Stephen and Tammy's house just outside the town of Lillington, North Carolina. We are here to share with you this roller coaster of a story. This lovely woman opening the door for us is Tammy. She reached out to us for help after discovering suspicious messages on Stephen's phone. We opened our inbox to this video message. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see what Tammy has to say.
I've been dealing with romance scammers with my husband. Well, when I first met him, I fell in love with him right away. It was like we were meant to be together, and I really thought he was my soulmate. He has turned into a different person. He is not the same person he used to be. It's affecting our marriage. The first time I heard about Alix, he got a text message. It was, "Hey babe, are you home yet?" And my heart just sunk. And I tried to grab the phone from him, but he said, "No, you can't have it. She's beautiful." He is usually in his shop in the backyard, either on the computer or on his phone.
My man cave right here.
If he just wanted an online relationship, like, I could go for that. But it doesn't seem to be staying there. And it hurts so bad. I'm sorry.
After reviewing Tammy's video, we sat down with her husband, Stephen. We wanted to know more about this one-year relationship he had with Alix before we started investigating.
What's your motivation wanting to do this?
My motivation? Just, I fell in love with somebody.
You're talking to other women online and then, sometimes sleeping in the bed with your wife right now. Why not just end it? I mean, it seems like a lot to put her through. The way you're talking to me is like, you're done, you're over it, you're whatever, but then the actions are a little bit different.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to throw someone away after like 15 years, but...
What things make you feel like this person's real?
She's got a lot of the right answers, and she's got all the excuses not to talk to me on the phone and stuff like that, and that's where I draw the line. It's like, I know she's got something hiding right there because of that shit.
How much money have you given?
Too much. Probably about $8,000.
And what made you feel that you should give somebody money you haven't met before?
Well, because I've been talking so long, it's like I do know them now. And you lose that sense of perception about not knowing them and stuff like that, because you converse with them every day, typing and stuff like that. You do know them.
So you've talked to her for a year, but you've never been able to get on a video chat with her?
Video chat, but not live, or not a decent one. You're always, something's wrong, communication, or it's always an excuse.
And how did you meet her? I mean, were you online looking for love? Did somebody randomly contact you? How did you meet her?
She's one of the ones that I sent a message to her, on her Facebook page, and just sent a message to her, and then she answered me back. Things have gotten different, like I said, talking to a bunch of different women online and stuff like that. And Tammy knows all about it. I mean, she's been out here with me when I'm doing it, so.
Yeah, it seems like she's pretty patient and accepting of that.
Yeah, she is really good about that. I mean, if she's just good the way it was right there, we'd probably work it out easily, but things that come, this girl is supposedly coming to see me end of this month.
I hear two stories from you though. Like, I'm super confused. I mean, you tell me in one ear, you're telling me that if Tammy was, easier going, you'd work it out. And then the next ear, you're telling me that, you're going to meet this person.
Not have a B plan to fall back onto in case the first one doesn't work, it's.
My recommendation, just man to man, is I would definitely be candid and honest, because it seems like she has a different perception of, your feelings toward her, and maybe not treat her as a backup because it's a little disrespectful. But look, Steven, we're going to dig into this. We're going to do our due diligence, try to corroborate the story. And then from there, we'll set up a call and then we'll go through everything we found. Is that fair?
That's fine. Go ahead.
It seemed like Tammy and Stefan had different perspectives on their marriage. Tammy loves Steven and wants to do anything to make it work. On another hand, Steven only married her for convenience apparently and doesn't want to make the marriage work at all. After gathering all of the photos, emails, and numbers that were sent to Steven supposedly from Alix, it didn't take a lot of time to find out that Steven was being romance scammed. It turns out the phone numbers that the scammer was using to communicate with Steven were VoIP numbers, and the emails had no history. After running a simple reverse image search on our site, socialcatfish.com, we found the real Alix Lynx profiles. She is an adult film actress from New York. She is literally all over the internet. Meanwhile, Tammy sent over one last bit of information. Not only was Steven sending this scammer gift cards for food and bills, he had also paid money to someone who was posing as Alix's manager for dates with Alix that he never received. We reached out to Alix and her management team and thought it would be perfect for her to talk to Steven to clear things up, and she agreed. Real quick, guys, we work really hard on these videos and we are so close to 20,000 subscribers. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get back into it.
We're back at it. So essentially, we put so much work into this. We've done a lot of investigation and we actually have a surprise. There's gonna be a lot of twists and turns here. We talked to you guys individually. We kind of heard different stories. Did you guys have time to talk with each other? And where do you guys both stand?
I don't know if they were planning her leaving, so just I need to work through this, that's all.
So your goal is, no matter what the results are today, is that you want to work through this together.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Well, let's jump into it. We have a lot. You had actually sent money to Alix's manager.
Right, I never got my date or nothing. She wound up in the UK, and then all kinds of crazy stuff from there.
We actually looked into the emails that you were sent, and they're actually brand new email addresses. So they were just created not too long ago. When you create an email, there are typically footprints over a period of time, right? You create social profiles, maybe you reuse that username when you create social media accounts. And so they're usually public footprints associated with emails over time, right? And what we've realized, that when we look up an email, we can usually see some sort of history on this email. There was zero history with this email, meaning it was just created. It was probably created just to send to you that one time, or maybe a handful of people and you ended up being one of them. And so when we looked into the email, that's what we found. The next piece of information that we're pulling up, so there was this driver's license that was sent to you. Can you kind of just tell us a little bit about that driver's license and why it was sent to you?
It was sent to me as a joke because I kept asking. She sent me one like that.
That one we looked into, we actually found that image on Instagram. So that picture, we actually found the original picture that was used in that driver's license photo, and it was posted publicly at one point on Instagram. Whoever got it took it and photoshopped it onto a state ID. So the state will actually on the website put samples of the identification cards so that people can see what they look like. So somebody took that ID on the state website, photoshopped the picture in, and changed some of the information. But if you look on top of that, you can see that the signatures don't match whatsoever. And
there's just a few missing symbols
So-
from the original sample for the New York license. So there's a few different things that are missing if you compare the one that she sent you to the sample that the actual state gives you. So that's how we're able to tell that was photoshopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same exact hair and everything, so.
So there are two pictures side by side. Tell us a little bit about that. It looks like she's holding a sign that says, "Steven, I love you." I love you.
Yeah, she supposedly had to make that because she can't do anything. Supposedly she couldn't send anything live over the net, so she had to put a picture together, she said.
It looks like she had sent you this photo as well. She has some luggage with her. How did she end up sending you that photo?
She said she got it from her friend. From one of her friends took the picture and then she downloaded it from there and then sent it.
Did she mention that she was going somewhere or?
Yeah, she was going to the UK or something like that.
Oh, the UK.
We looked through this video where the mouth isn't always following and it looks like it's sliced. So the video is actually cut. So if I was to send you a video, me talking to you right now, I would just say, hey, Steven, how's it going? Hope you have a good day, right? Or hey, Tammy, you know, give me a call back. And this video is actually sliced. Like somebody actually took the video, edited it. You can see the video stop and restart at another point, and the mouth doesn't fully match up.
Good morning, Stephen. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay well and stay safe.
I don't think
It wasn't very long ago.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah, you did. You gave it to me. It was right before she came to North Carolina.
Okay, I remember basically some of that.
How does this make you all feel like so far? Like, how are you feeling like looking through this information and like a lot of this is starting not to add up?
I've known this pretty much most of the way. But I couldn't prove it 100%. And it's just like, I mean, what's their point of going this much trouble this far? You know, for something fake. You know, it's just like, I don't get why they would do something like that. That's all. I mean, there's no monetary gain out of it, really. I mean.
But there is, right? I mean, there's an $8,000 monetary gain. Like, Steven, no offense, like, I'll talk to you for $8,000.
Yeah, most people would, I guess.
And so these profiles, Alix's profiles have what's called like a blue check mark. And so like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they've verified her as being a real person. And so part of that verification is they add this blue check mark to let people know, hey, look, you're talking to the real person. And then that way, when you see stuff like this, like pages like these, you can easily tell that they're either newly created or you know, it's not the real person. And so in looking to these pages, like neither one of these are her or even tied to her. So we actually have a surprise. We reached out to Alix's management and we're actually gonna get them on this call.
Huh. Okay. That'd be Matt.
Alix.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, this is David with socialcatfish.com. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for joining this, by the way.
Thank you for having me. I was just saying, people need to know that I'm not on the internet, like, asking for money.
I do want to start off and say, Alix, have you ever met Steven, the guy in the black shirt?
No.
Yeah. And so, like, Steven, we brought Alix on here because we deal with so many people in her situation. And, you know, yes, she's like a celebrity. Yes, people know who she is, but people take advantage of her and she's also a victim, right?
Right, correct.
And so people steal her pictures and they scam other people out of money and they don't care about what it puts people through. So I'll let Alix talk about that for a few minutes and just maybe talk about like what she's been through. But I just want to be clear, she's never met you or talked to you or I don't mean it in a bad way, but she doesn't know who you are.
All the time. I mean, this happens a lot. People just, and this also happens, not just me, but many of my colleagues, my close girlfriends in the industry. It happens to all of us. People steal our photos that we put out online. That's why you see some girls with a watermark with their social media handle. I don't do that all the time. And so they'll take the photos and sometimes they even do that and they'll erase the watermark, they'll Photoshop it. And then what they do is they use these photos and pretend to be either me personally or us or just some random person in another state, just like a pretty girl, and then trick people. And this happens all the time. It happens every single day. I mean, it's a problem.
Where is your social media and how does somebody know what is real and what isn't?
Look at the follower count. That's number one. If there's a high follower count, so on my Instagram, I have 1.5 million followers. Twitter is like 137,000. Facebook has like 45,000. Frankly, I don't have time to any more profiles. And I do have like a not safe for work Twitter, for example, but I clearly write that in my profile and I am constantly sharing that on my profile. So I am not making all these little tiny profiles on all these social media platforms to talk to people, because I'm a busy woman and I work I'm like, I don't do that. I never will.
And then Alex, I wanted to run through like some of these pictures that were given to Stephen. There was a picture where you were like, it looks like you're holding the camera, but it was in a driver's license picture. Did you see that one?
Yeah, we wanted to know, where did you guys take that picture? The picture that was used in the driver's license.
That was a photo that I took of myself in my bedroom like 2 years ago.
The next one, you have luggage. What was the backstory on that?
He was going to take a trip to the UK.
A trip to UK? What's the backstory on that?
One, I've never even been to the UK, so that's a lie. Number two, that was actually a photo of me heading to, I believe it was Las Vegas, 2 years ago.
Gotcha. And then the last thing we want to run through, we thought it was kind of comical because there was like a video that was like sliced halfway through. Did you see that?
Good morning, Stephen. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay well and stay safe.
The only time I ever do that is if it's for a custom shout out or a custom video that somebody pays for. So I am on a site called Cameo where fans can pay for me to give them a custom shout out in which I would say their name, or also on OnlyFans. And I'm also on a site called Sex Panther where you can text me. Other than that, outside of my platforms that I use to communicate, I don't communicate with anybody on a personal level.
Very cool. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking all the time to run through it. I just want to reiterate, like, people in your situation, they're victims too, that this has just become part of your life. Like, yes, you are, trying to make a living for yourself and you are a celebrity, but people take advantage of that. And unfortunately, this is part of your everyday life, something you deal with. Stephen, any questions that you have?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Cool. Well, Alex, you're free to jump off. Again, thank you for taking the time to jump on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know what to think right now. I mean, I guess it'll sink in a little while. I just need to get some time to go through it.
We've dealt with thousands and thousands of these cases, and Brienne, she talks to a lot of people, helps a lot of people out. Where are most of these people from, and who are they?
Nigeria, and it's usually a group of scammers, not just one. They work together as a group. It's basically a company that they've made out of just scamming people.
And to reiterate, they can be anywhere in the world, but we tend to see, like, the romance side of things, they tend to be, 19 to 25-year-old males out of Lagos, Nigeria, unfortunately. We've seen them in China, we've seen them in Russia. A lot of them tend to be male, and so you are probably talking to a guy.
All right, that's fine. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just gotta be quiet for now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I just need to step outside for a few minutes.
You need a break.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the answer. So.
No problem.
Of course.
That's it. That's exactly what I thought. I mean, I've researched as much as I could and learned a lot, how to try and find things to look for, and how to find out whether they're real or not. And everything I came across was 100% sure that it was not her. Right. And he could not show me one for sure thing that she was. He just had hopes that it was.
I guess my question is, will he discontinue talking to whoever he's talking to?
That I don't know. I know he had told me that if she wasn't the real Alix, then he thought she might be somebody else just as pretty and maybe even another porn star, you know, and all I could do was roll my eyes. I mean,
talking to me because it fuck up her social media. Pretty f***ed up playing games like that with me, but I'll have to deal with it.
Oh.
You know, it's not the best thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I still need to get back to other people to find out what's really going on, because now I can use that video to show them and say, hey, put up or shut up now. So that's all I need to know.
Do you know what you're gonna do coming forward?
Probably just get over it. You know, depends on the outcome. I mean, this person is supposed to be really coming to meet me. Who is she? You know, what's up with that? So I got answers I got to find out. I mean, me and Tammy are fine. We love each other, but it's platonic. You know, we're just used to each other all the time. I never want her to leave because I love her to death. But you know, there's the side of me that, you know, still wants the other stuff and like that, and it just screwed up all the way around.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.
Scams come in so many different forms. If you have been a victim of any of the scams below, please email us at sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We'll get to the bottom of it with help from our Social Catfish team. By sharing your story with our YouTube audience, we can educate, spread awareness, and maybe someday we can put an end to these scams.